Okay. State your name and your badge number.
All right, my name is Officer Abraham Raul from the San Jose Police Department, badge 3329.
Okay, so my English final, my topic was prostitutes, and it's basically about gender and why female prostitutes get picked up a lot more than male prostitutes. And my first question is, what do you feel is the difference between male and female prostitutes?
Well, first off, I think male and female prostitutes are the same. They're both out there to accomplish the same goal, which is collecting money. Just due to the gender, I still feel like a female is out there being pimped by males more often than what males are. What I've come to see is that males are more behind closed doors and females are the ones working on the street.
Okay, why do you think females get picked up a lot more than male prostitutes?
Well, going back to the male, how they so-called pimp the girls. I think the boys, males, they put fear into the females to work certain areas of the streets. So most of the times they're forced to be out there selling their bodies. And one of the reasons why I think that they're out there, it's not by choice. It's just another form of abuse. And it is a male society out there. So males in general, they're out there to get the females to do whatever they wish to do with them, which is sexual favors.
So there's a lot of streets, obviously, in San Jose that have female prostitutes a lot more than there are male prostitutes. What do you think is the hottest street, quote unquote, in San Jose?
I think one of the hottest streets in San Jose right now is the First and Gish area. That's North San Jose. When we're on patrol out there, we see a lot of people coming down from the East Bay, Oakland, San Leandro, Hayward, and the females are out there just working the streets, and they know that the San Jose Police Department is low staff right now, so there's little supervision and little prosecution going on.
So do you mind talking about that last incident that we had on First and Gish?
Right. There was an incident approximately 2 weeks ago on First and Gish where a male was arguing with the female. I could tell that the male was a pimp because he was way older than the female. The female looked like she was around 18. They were arguing over money, over drugs, and she seemed like she was in fear of her life. So as an officer, I called another unit to the scene and they handled it. I'm pretty sure that the male, he was talked to. The female, she was kind of apprehensive and untruthful about what was going on. But that was one of the incidences where a male pimp was harassing the female prostitute.
Okay, and when you first started working as a police officer and you first, went on those prostitute streets, how did you react?
Well, I was pretty shocked because growing up, I didn't see a lot of prostitution. It was a lingo, it was a way of life that I had to learn. And, through training, getting out the car, talking to people, talking to the prostitutes, the pimps, I was able to get a hand up to figure out, hey, what's going on and what's going on behind the scenes with these guys and these girls. And why the girl is out there doing it.
Have you ever arrested a prostitute?
Yes. Most of the time we get calls at the local hotels where a guy, which we call a John, he'll order a prostitute and then the male will come through the door and rob the John of his money, jewelry, cell phone, and then we'll get there. We'll ask the guy what was he doing. He would most likely tell us that he was ordering a prostitute. We would talk to the girl, and we could tell that she's a prostitute by the way she's dressed, the lingo that she uses, and just the whole atmosphere. And most of the time, to try to clean up the local hotels in the area, we do go out there and set up stings to arrest the prostitutes.
So you've arrested a lot more female than male prostitutes?
Yes, because the females are out there, they're more visible. Most of the time, the guys, they're hidden. They might be parked around the corner. They might be in a few hotels around the corner. So most of the time we do arrest the females and the Johns more than the pimp.
Have you ever arrested a pimp?
Yes, we have, but most of the time the pimp is there when we do make the arrest. In some of those cases, they might be a domestic violence situation where the male was hitting the female and the witness saw it and they called the police, and luckily we got there in time to make the arrest.
So when the pimp was in your cop car, what did you say to him?
Most of the time these pimps, they don't want to talk. So we read them their rights and they say, hey, I don't have anything to say. I want to talk to my lawyer. So they're not really forthcoming with information. So all we do is make the arrest, document it, and leave it in the court's hands.
And what about a prostitute?
Prostitutes, most of the time, they're more forthcoming. They tell us that they're forced into the situation. They have low education. They need money to support themselves, their children, and it's just become a way of their life. And now these women, they're going up and down the coast of California from hotel to hotel trying to make this easy money, abusing themselves and trying to make that easy money. But it comes back to education and wanting to get help. There are resources out there to help these women, but they have to come out and want to get help themselves.
What goes through your head when you see all these young women out there?
I think it's a tragedy. There are programs, like I said, that are out there to help these young women, but they need the help. They need to be the ones to come forward and say, yes, I want the help. It's called human trafficking. That's big right now in our criminal justice system. These girls, unfortunately, they've been put in certain situations. Most of them started in group homes where they've been abused and they just can't get out of the system. So for me personally, it does break my heart, but if somebody wants help, I'll get them the help.
Do you think society has portrayed prostitutes to be more females rather than males?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because once again, the females are the ones that are most visible. They're the ones out there dressed with the high heels, the low skirts, the breasts showing. So that's why they're out there on Front Street.
All right, Abraham, thank you for your time.
All right, you're welcome.